Did something a little special, a little different today. The Wounded Warrior Project at ASUS reached out and they said, we've got a guy, needs a computer, it's part of the Wounded Warrior thing, and I was like, I'll stop you there. I heard somebody needs a computer. I'm on the job. And then stuff started arriving from the TUF Gaming Alliance. Corsair NP600, PCI Express NVMe, fastest storage you can get. T-Force Team Group. They're on the job with 16 gigabytes of DDR4. This is the DDR4 3200 and another terabyte of space. 2 terabytes of flash. Cooler master with the TUF Gaming Alliance. CPU cooler. 27 inches of high-speed gaming awesome. X570 Plus. TUF Gaming K7. Get the TUF Gaming M3. GeForce RTX 2060. TUF Gaming. There might be a theme. TUF Gaming headset. And an extra chunky Strix 750 watt power supply. And then I said, dang, TUF guys, you really have rose to the challenge. You said everything but the mouse pad. And then ASUS said, we got you. And also we'll throw in the Aura terminal, just for giggles. Let's build this sucker.
So I joined the Army after 9/11, grew up in Denver, Colorado, and then I ended up in Afghanistan and Iraq, 2 deployments with the 10th Mountain Division. And after those 2 deployments, I got out. And my first introduction to the Wounded Warrior Project was a guy that was kind of a godsend to me. His name was Brace Feldbush. We were living in Pennsylvania at the time, and I was pretty disconnected from anything that had to do with veterans. And Brace kind of got me in there and got me to be social again around the veterans community. And it was right around a time where a good buddy of mine who I served with had committed suicide. So I was really trying to deal with, obviously loss, but why he did that. At the same time, being back around the veterans community with just the simple gesture of Brace inviting my wife and I to some of those events started to kind of help me feel better. And in that process, I kind of figured after my friend had died that I wanted to do something different with my life, so I wanted to help veterans. And the Warriors Working Program, I got involved with them. They helped me with my resume. They helped me with the job search. This is back in 2010, and it eventually led to me getting a congressional fellowship with the Wounded Warrior Program through the House of Representatives. And it kind of set me down a path of helping other people really for the last almost decade. So for me, the Wounded Warrior Project's been an incredible impact on not only like mentally and physically, but also for my family, my professional life. I don't think I really would be where I'm at today without the help that they, it all goes back to Brace back in around 2008, 2009, when he really stepped into my life and kind of embraced me for where I was at.
How does it lead to computation? Were computers a way that you could connect socially in kind of a safe way?
Yeah, so it always came back to that. So when we were deployed, this is back in 2003 through 2006, it was gaming. That was our escape from everything that was going on when we were outside of the gates. And then when you leave the Army, I think, or in the military in general, I think one of the biggest things that veterans have trouble dealing with is that loss of connection to their, the camaraderie that they lose, the brotherhood, the people they served with. And perfect timing, I think, for our generation is you had PC gaming, Xbox Live, PlayStation, online come in that allowed us to stay connected. So for me, over the years, like I told you, we have a online Madden league that we've been playing. There's 10 of us. And Call of Duty and different things like that, to where, it can kind of take you away from anything you're dealing with stress related in life, which I think anybody can really connect with, but it also keeps you with that sense of belonging with the people you served with. I've been out for 13 years now, and I still am connected with them pretty tightly. And now I have my own son, and I think for a lot of veterans, it's hard to connect with people that didn't share the same experiences you did. So with my family, it's really been able to, create a connection that it would be harder to get with my kids than if that didn't exist, if that outlet wasn't there.
Yeah, you were describing earlier, I think you were playing Minecraft with your daughter and got motion sick, or it was like kind of like weird and choppy or something?
Frustrating. One of the most frustrating games I've ever, and I did, when my daughter would play Minecraft, or my son started with Minecraft, and they all eventually graduated into Fortnite, and then all of a sudden, they adopt all these other games. It's when you start to embrace it, and you start to have fun again, and then you're sitting down, next thing you know, you're having fun with your kids, and you're connecting on a level that you really didn't think was possible, with a lot of other things. So it's something that you have to kind of put your blinders up to what you think anybody's perceptions would be of a middle-aged adult male sitting down playing video games. But
it turns out that's a big market worth billions of dollars now.
It's a big market worth billions of dollars, and it's actually extremely helpful and relaxing on so many different levels that I think it's amazing that an organization like Wounded Warrior Project's really embracing that.
Yeah. Well, we got your computer set up with Call of Duty Black Ops 4, which is one you mentioned. Now, you've played that on console a fair bit, and it looked like you were doing pretty well there, even though it was with the crossbow.
Yeah. No, it's a game that my son and I, before he really embraced football, his love of football, Call of Duty was something that he and I really connected with. It started out with me being the bully in the video game and picking on him, and then it became a competition. And now my daughter has starting to show a little bit of an interest of Call of Duty, which is another world that I'm not, but it's fun to sit down with your kids and be able to play that stuff.
It's all fun and games until somebody throws an axe. Yes. So yeah, I mean, that's, technology it does seem like it's one of the great equalizers, and it's also, one of the ways that you can connect and do stuff, Madden Online, Yahoo, this kind of thing. And this machine should be transformational for that in terms of being able to connect and play games. And right now you're more proficient with a controller than a keyboard, but as you become one of the PC using elite, that'll probably change.
I died 3 times in a row with a keyboard, and then I made it to the leaderboard with the controller. So it's I want to find the guy that was my first ever mouse kill. I feel sorry for that guy. I'm going to find him on here and tell him. That's it's a learning experience that I think it'll be fun to be able to sit down and jump into that with my kids and try to take over that world.
Is there any advice that you would give anybody that might be watching that might be struggling with some of the stuff that you struggled with in the past?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things that I had always dealt with is treatment-wise. And treatment could mean anything. It could mean a service dog, it could mean equine therapy, it could be video games. Find what works for you and go all in with it, because nothing's more important than your health, and especially your mental health. And if it's sitting down in front of a PC or an Xbox or something, and that's what gives you that release and takes care of the stress and puts you in a better place, then go all in with it. It's the thing about mental health and the stigmas. We've come so far to where people are actively seeking treatment now, but I think the stigma is still there with the certain different types of treatments you can. And to me, gaming is a treatment. It can be a treatment, and I think it's something that collectively it's okay to embrace that now and just go all in with it. Sports
league, and then esports league, and then fantasy football, and then now we have like the actual esports, like $1 billion people are in an arena watching people play StarCraft 2 and Hearthstone and Dota and whatever.
And honestly for me, and we've talked about it a few times, is, and I know the veteran community as a whole has a big problem with feeling connected to not only the community, but their families again. And this has been by far one of the best outlets for me to feel connected with people that I otherwise might be still trying to work really hard with making that connectivity.
Well, hopefully your ASUS machine, your Ryzen 7, everybody in the TUF Alliance, hopefully this will be a good foundation that you can use to connect with all sorts of people in the community, and not just through gaming, but also just to stay in touch and, you know, do voice and video chat. And
yeah, and I can't tell you how incredible it is that all these different you know, organizations and companies and you and Wounded Warrior Project, ASUS, come together and do this stuff for the veteran communities. It's one of the most humbling things that I think I've ever experienced.
I'm just happy to have more people use more computer stuff, because anytime I can shoehorn more technology into daily life, surely that's not going to end badly.
Yeah, yeah, that's Elon Musk won't agree with you, but.
Any funny stories? Or it's like, you know, when you were playing Minecraft with your daughter and she was like, wait, what are you doing? Why are you, did you mess up the controls in that? Or any funny gaming stories?
Nothing I can think of. I used to get so frustrated. They wouldn't be appropriate for. Yeah, I mean, nothing I could really explain. I used to delete worlds and watch a 6-year-old girl have a meltdown because I deleted something I didn't know I deleted. And
let's a quick look at the PC that we built for Earl, part of the Wounded Warrior Project. Thanks again to ASUS and the TUF Alliance companies like Team Force for the RAM and AMD for the CPU. And we've got ASUS, a lot of ASUS monitor, keyboard, mouse pad, headset, a lot of ASUS stuff. A lot of ASUS stuff. Corsair for the SSD, the NVMe PCI Express 4 SSD. It's like one of the fastest that you can get right now. So it's pretty nuts. Oh, we timed out. Call of Duty doesn't like for you to sit there and not do anything. It's the attention economy. It's like, oh, you're not paying attention. I don't know. This is Earl. Thank you for joining me.
Yeah, no, I really thank you. Thank ASUS,
I didn't do anything.
Wounded Warrior Project, and
it's all Wounded Warrior and ASUS.
Yeah.
I'm just the vessel by which your machine may be delivered.
Yeah, no, this is well. Thank you for the delivery. Being the vessel.
We've got to mail it, so that means that we have to pack it.
Yep.
So
yep. As long as I don't have to take it through TSA, I'm a happy camper.
Yeah, no. Although now you have to worry about UPS.
Yeah.
That might be worse. I don't know. Let's get your machine packed up and get you out of here. You got a plane to catch.
Yep.
Should be good.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, I'm not the only YouTuber to adopt a Wounded Warrior. Brian Stow, BPS Customs, he also did a build, and this was, I understand that he had a pretty good experience, or, you know, connecting with his Wounded Warrior and that kind of thing. So, this was also a unique opportunity for me as a project, because this is sort of an unusual kind of a project. I mean, ASUS and the TUF Alliance members were willing to supply the hardware. I was willing to supply the labor, and the Wounded Warrior Foundation made the rest of everything happen with things like airfare and hotel accommodations and all the other expenses associated with bringing somebody here. But this is just a project that I thought would be interesting to just do and see how it goes, see what it's like. And plus also, you know, who would turn down the chance to elevate somebody to the PC gaming community, especially somebody that has some console gaming experience? I mean, how much fun is it to take somebody that's doing console gaming with a controller, plug the controller into the PC, and then say, okay, now we're going to use WASD along with the mouse to point and do things. So, level 1 picked up Call of Duty Black Ops 4, because we have COD Blops and we stream COD Blops sometime. And I thought it would be pretty fun to see Earl, you know, tooling around with the mouse, and yeah, that was pretty fun. This was a pretty fun project. Putting a computer together, no problem. Being able to help deliver a computer to somebody that's going to be life-changing in the best and most positive way possible, well, that's a feel-good story. At least I think it is. I'm Wendell. This is level 1. Again, big thanks to ASUS and the TUF Alliance partners and the Wounded Warrior Foundation for facilitating this and making it happen. I had a lot of fun on this project. It was really nice to meet Earl. And pretty sure that in my role as master computer janitor, I'm going to have somebody that I can do computer janitoring with now in the form of technical support from now until the end of time. So thanks for that, ASUS. No, I'm kidding, it's fine. But seriously, yeah, we can do a screen share and like, fix stuff. I'm Wendell, this is level 1, I'm signing out, and I'll see you later. So they didn't tell you anything about what to expect, huh?
No, just your email was pretty much the only.
When you go through the door, look that way, because it's pretty much everything on that table.
Are you serious?
Yep, look, I get the full machine put together. We can install games. I was going to show you how to deal with drivers since we talked about it and you're not really used to that.
Yeah, no, not at all.